Hey guys, what's up? So I was looking at today's date and I realized that it has been exactly 1 year since I had my gallbladder surgery. And I figured I do like a little update. I mean, I didn't involve you guys in the surgery since I'm new to this. Um, but I'll just break down the story of how I got in the hospital, how I had to get surgery, and how I'm doing now a year later. So, it was June of last year, and my boyfriend had just moved into his new apartment, and things were going great. We had my brother over, and we were doing like a little dinner get together thing, and we had sushi from a place like around the corner from us, and it was like 8 o'clock at night, and I think they closed at 9. So I ate a few pieces of sushi, and like all of a sudden my stomach started hurting. I was having trouble breathing. It was like really bad pain. And like I have high pain tolerance, so I was just like, what is going on? I wound up taking my bra off, like thinking, oh yeah, my bra's it must be too tight. Like that's what it is. But it wasn't. Um, so I took that off and I was like, oh yeah, I'll be able to breathe a little better. And I still couldn't breathe. I laid down on the hardwood floors, thinking trying to push something into place. I don't know. But that didn't work. And then I just kind of dealt with it because my brother was there. We were having a good time, and I was like not gonna be like, oh well, I'm sick. And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh my god, like the sushi place closes at 9, and we ordered dinner at 8 or 8:30. I was like, I wonder if it's like old, all day sitting out, nasty sushi. I probably had food poisoning. So I was like, oh, I'll just take some, what did I take? Pepto? And I was like, oh, I'll be better. No, no. So my brother left, probably around 10 or 11, and I tried going to bed, and the pain was keeping me up. I would fall asleep for a little bit, wake up, fall asleep, wake up. So I was like, let me take a hot bath because we just had moved in. Maybe I pulled something when we were moving furniture or anything like that. So I was in the bath, that wasn't working. I then told my boyfriend, I was like, look, can you run to the store, get me some icy hot, and we'll rub that on my back, chest. It pretty much went where you would wear a bra. It went around that whole area. So from the chest to the back, it just pain in a circle. So I was clearly I pulled something or something like that. So he gets home, he gives me the icy hot. We rub it literally all over, and I fall asleep for an hour. And then I wake up back in severe pain. I ask him to put the icy hot on again. He does, and it's just to the point where I can't deal with it anymore. So I'm Googling what these symptoms are, and it's oh, it could be gallbladder, appendix. It's appendicitis, but appendix. It could be cancer. I was like, what the fuck? Really? Cancer? Okay. So there was a whole list of things. And I was at this point, it was 2 o'clock in the morning ish. And I woke my boyfriend up, and I was like, look, we need to go to the hospital. Something's not right. Yada, yada, yada. So I called my parents. I was like, guys, I'm going to the hospital. Something's really not right. You know. And the hospital, there's one that's right around the corner from where my boyfriend and I are, and there's one that's right around the corner from where my parents are. But between my boyfriend and I and my parents is 20 minutes. And they begged me to try and come down to the one that's around the corner from them so that when, they got off of work or anything like that, they could come to the hospital and everything like that, and it would be a closer visit. So I was like, yeah, okay. So we took the trip down to the hospital that's close to them, and I get in there and I get checked in and I'm telling the doctor the symptoms of what I have and everything like that. And I was like, like I really think like I either pulled something or that it's food poisoning or anything like that. And they were like, oh, okay. And then I told her where it hurt. And she made me get like fluids pumped in me and I had to get that an ultrasound. That thing when you're pregnant. I had to get an ultrasound done and that was super uncomfortable. And I remember it was this little Asian girl and she's doing the ultrasound and she goes, oh, so you've never felt pain before? And I was like, no, never before. She's like, okay. I'm just like, what? Like, what's going on? So she tells me, she's like, you have gallstones and they are really large. And the reason that you're feeling so much pain right now is one is trying to come out and it's cutting, it was like cutting the neck of the gallbladder and like stuff was like spilling into me. And they're like, yeah, like if you waited like another hour or two, like you might not be here. I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I came. So they tell me that I need emergency surgery and they schedule it for the next morning, which was like, by the time all this is happening, it's literally like 5 a.m. So they scheduled it for like 9 a.m. I get taken around noon. And I remember like the scariest part of the surgery for me was anesthesia because I hate anesthesia. So I begged them to do like a local anesthetic and they were like, what the fuck is wrong with this girl? They didn't. They knocked me out. So they knocked me out. I did the laparoscopic surgery, which was like, I think 4 holes that they like little itty bitty tiny holes. And I did that and I woke up and I wasn't in much pain. They pump your stomach full of air, so that was like uncomfortable, but they give you this like pillow thing and you have to squeeze it against you. They had to give me like a breathing test, like I think it was every hour, just to make sure like I could breathe okay because of all the air that they pumped in me or something. Plus I'm asthmatic, so that's a win. But the recovery wasn't bad. Like it was sore, but it more so felt like sore muscles. Like you did a bunch of crunches and then just tried to live your life. The only thing that I've really had trouble with is like a lot of foods I can't even handle anymore. Anything with grease, I can't really hold down. And it's like really weird because like some days I'll be able to have something and then I'll be like, oh, this works. And it would work for like a week. And then like day 8, my body would like have a convulsion and be like, no, get out if I ate it again. So it was really hard finding like what I could and couldn't eat. My stones wound up when they did like the lab test, they came back and said that they were, I forget what it's called, but they were stones that were due to too much estrogen in the body. And they said that it could have been because I was on birth control for so long and that all the estrogen built up and made gallstones. So they said that I was able to go back to any kind of diet that I wanted to eat, whatever I wanted to eat, because it wasn't a cholesterol stone, I think it was. It wasn't one of those. It was due to birth control or estrogen, rather. And so I could eat whatever I wanted to eat, but my body might not be able to digest it because the lack of gallbladder now. So I had a bunch of problems with like oily stuff and everything like that, but after a year you really know what you can and can't eat. So there's that. But the pain, the worst pain was like under the breast. They made a little incision there and that's where the gallbladder, they actually took it out. I talked to the doctor when I had my follow-up visit last year, and they were like, oh yeah, that's the incision that hurts the worst because we do cut through like a little bit of muscle and skin, so the muscle has to heal and the skin has to heal, so it is sore longer. But other than that, like It's really a simple surgery. I was so scared because of anesthesia. I thought that, like, you hear these horror stories of like people like going to sleep and not waking up, and I was convinced that that was going to happen to me. Um, but I think I was out of work for a week or two, and that was it. Um, but other than that, like, if you have to get it done, seriously, just get it done. You'll be so much better off after you get it taken out. You won't be in pain anymore or anything like that. Um, and now I just like have like, I think I only had 3 scars. The one, they have like a little incision that goes in your belly button. That one's gone. Like, you can't even tell. But I have like 2 on my ribs and 1 under, like, by my breast. Um, but they kind of look like cool. Like, it looks like, hey, you're tough, and yeah, I'll go with that. But yeah, it's really not a big deal, and I'm doing fine now a year later. I haven't had nearly as many stomach issues and everything. Like, when I would eat, I would get so sick so fast. Back when I had my gallbladder, and now it's like certain foods make me sick, but it was literally everything I was eating, I was getting sick, and it was because of the gallstones and everything. So I just figured I would share this story with you guys, and kind of let you know what it feels like. It's honestly not that bad. Um, and yeah, I just thought, hey, it's been a year and I survived and I'm still here, and it wasn't as bad as what I thought it was. The only thing that sucked is it canceled my tubing trip for that summer. But we're going to do it this summer, so. Yeah, so I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will talk to you later. Bye.